As much as I like cooking with fresh vegetables and fruit, it's just not practical to take that much of it on a multi-day motorcycle trip. So what I like to do is dehydrate a lot of different vegetables, fruits, beans, things like that, and have them ready so I can make my own dehydrated meal where I just have to add water. Like, have you ever been out riding and knocked your bike over a few times and be getting in and out of sand and it zaps all of your energy? The last thing you want to do is sit down and go through making a big meal. You could barely have the energy to boil water. So I'm going to show you how to make that today. I think I went through what we have, and I think what we're going to make is tortilla soup. Now I've got some other ones I've made in the past. This is a broccoli, spam, and cheddar potatoes. That's pretty good. And what else we got here? This is cheese and spam pasta. Noticing a theme. And what's this one? This one's trail carbonara. This is actually a favorite. I've got mushrooms and there's meat in here. And I'm going to show you how to make these and package these up yourself. They take up almost no room at all. They're easy to make and cheap, and they last for several months. Okay, I pulled out the things that I have. And if you noticed, I had a lot of things dehydrated, and that's because you never know what you're gonna make, or it's just nice to have things like, oh, I can make this with that, and I've got these things. So I went through today and got lucky. I actually have the right stuff to make tortilla soup. So let me go through each of these so you know what's in here. And of course, I'll put the recipe in the notes down below. So first is quinoa. Now, what you have to do with anything like pastas or quinoa, it's gonna sound totally absurd, but you have to cook it first. I know, it sounds crazy, but you cook it first and then dehydrate it. And that way, all you're really doing is reconstituting it. You're not having to actually cook it and waste water, boiling noodles or pasta or something like that. All you're doing is adding the water back into the noodles at the same time you are the other parts that are dehydrated. So it's a way of saving water and cooking it quickly. So we've got, these are jalapenos and some diced tomatoes. Now what I did with this is I just got a can of the already diced up chili or the tomatoes and just dehydrated that. Limes, all the citrus fruits dehydrate really, really well. And they make good snacks too. Corn, of course, some cilantro, some black beans. Let's see what else we got. Oh, avocado. Now you could choose not to do this. You do have to wait. Remember that you have to let it soak a little bit longer to rehydrate the avocados, or else it'll just taste like a piece of green, well, rubber. Some cheese. This is some queso fresco that I crumbled up, and you dehydrate and put into like a coffee grinder or a food processor to make it into like a powder or a crumbly cheese. And this is, yes, this is broccoli. This is not what you think it is. It is broccoli. Trust me, it is. In fact, here, look, I'll even eat a piece of it out of here. Look at that. Just so you guys know, it's really broccoli. Broccoli dehydrates really well, and I don't know why it's in the tortilla soup, so not sure how that got in there. I want to get rid of that. Some of the fun things to put in with the bag as well is I like to put like a piece of candy or two inside there, just something sweet to have. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Tortilla chips. I'll vacuum pack these in there, and I'll be on top of the tortilla soup, and I've got some spices. So let me go measure these out, and I'll be right back. Just look at those spices. I put them on the plate here just to arrange them so you can get a good look and see how much spices are actually in this tortilla soup. So let's go around here. We got dried oregano, garlic powder. I think this is this is cilantro. Ground pepper, fresh ground pepper. Definitely do that. Don't just take the ground pepper, just grind the pepper up. It takes a little extra time, but the payoff is worth it. It tastes so much better. We've got cumin, chili powder, and this is a tomato chicken bullion and a little extra dried cilantro. Now this is the fun part, putting it all together. So let's just get the ingredients in there. This already looks like it's going to be good. And then what I did here is I remember those tortilla chips strips. I put them in a little bag and vacuum packed them here, so it's nice and tight in there. And here I put the spices that we made all together. And this is a little bit of the dehydrated queso fresco also in its own bag, because these things get added separately. Let's get those in there. And put some candies. Always gotta put those in there. and our wash-up towel. It makes a nice little packet where we can use the bag to carry all our trash out in. I make these labels that have the instructions, and it's pretty simple. It's just remove the spice packets. Don't eat the towelette. It's not a mint. Stuff like that. But anyway, you just mix it with 1.5 cups of boiling water. You get the dried ingredients soak for about 15 minutes, and then boil the water that's still sitting in, and becomes to a boil. Turn it off, and add the rest of the ingredients into your serving bowl. So let's get this thing in the bag. This is the part that's really fun. Hope you guys can see this at home. So you just put it in here. There's a heating element, and there's a vacuum tube, so you gotta get it lined up just right. That. You hope it doesn't crush all of your stuff. Makes it nice and tight to fit inside your bag. Especially if you have soft bags or a backpack, these pack really, really well. Okay, we're done. Okay, let's get on it. Today, we're gonna be trying out these dehydrated meals. I make a lot of these, but I think by far my most favorite that I make is the tortilla soup. Mostly because it's simple, it's really simple, and it's really spicy. And you can do things like, where'd it go? Add chicken to it if you want to beef it up a little bit. But look how thin. Look at that. And it weighs like, oh, it's gonna blow away. Look how thin that is. And you can make a bunch of these, different types and different recipes to put in your bag and your gear bag for several day outing on the motorcycle, and have meals that if you're just super tired at the end of the day, you could just boil some water and you're done. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. The first thing is to get the dry ingredients out and get them soaking for a while. So let's do that. I'm putting about 1.5 cups of water in here. That looks good. Let's get this package open. And you want to save all these bits plastic, because they'll fit back in this bag so you can pack it back out. Oh yeah, here's the directions I stuck in there. The trail tortilla soup. It's always a good idea to write the date that you made them as well on here. Did I put a towel in here? I think, oh, there I did. Make sure you take the towel out. This is not a mint. Don't eat it. Don't cook it. All right, so we got the spices out of here, and the tortilla strips. And we're just gonna put the rest of this in the water and let it soak for about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Okay, I think that's probably good. See how that looks. Oh yeah, it's coming along. So let's start this up, and you don't have to cook it in there. You really just are boiling the water. Everything's already cooked. It's just rehydrating. Oh, that's definitely done. I love these jet boils. You even have the little orange stuff on or thing that changes color when it's done boiling. Let's look in there. Oh, that's hot. Dang it. Keep burning myself. So be careful, this is all pretty hot. So all you do then is just get it in the bowl. And let's put the toppings on. These are just tortilla strips. And I just kind of vacuum packed them in a little bag there. Some tortilla strips on there. Oh, you know what? I totally messed up. I forgot. That's what you do when you make these videos. I think you've got it all planned out, and you're like, oh, the main step, I totally forgot it. You gotta put the spices in there. Should have done that first, actually. So, but that's all right. We can salvage it. Let's just stir that in there. Oh, look at that. There's the avocado right there, and there's a lime, and the cilantro, and there's a pepper right there, and the tomatoes. Oh, this looks so good. Well, I'm gonna enjoy this, have it for lunch, and I'll be back soon.